entirely online only.
Yeah, that entire folder, yeah.
Yeah, but Dropbox itself.
Hang on, let me... Come here.
That one's online only, which is the big one.
Is it online only?
Yes, I've just changed it to online only.
Okay.
But it wasn't, so I've just changed it to so.
Okay, so you may have to do a...
Yeah. Okay, people can still see what we're doing, sweetie. So.
Not at the moment, I can't do that. Well, apart from the occasional jizzer.
It sounds okay, so...
Sounds okay, so at least that's something. At least you can hear me talking through it. Yeah.
The picture not.
Yeah, picture's really not good here either. I think we're going to have to go off until you sort this bit out to be able to do that bit. Okay, we'll have to try and do a restart, I think.
You can hear us clearly, which is good.
Yeah, well, at least you can hear us, but...
I think this restarting is not going to do us any good, is it? Because it's going to stop it taking it off the computer.
No, I mean restart the stream, I don't mean...
I can hear and see you fine, says Tracy. Okay.
Okay, now I'm really confused. Because we have live video interrupted, the broadcast has been paused, it should resume shortly on mine.
No, okay, that's back and happy by the looks of it.
Okay, perhaps it's just going to be one of those days today. Okay.
The camera.
So, just because the cable's over the phone, I'll come back and sit back down here. So did you manage to get it across in the end or not? Yes. Okay. Yep, I have it. So I can at least cut it. Okay, so I've set my blade to 7 and I'm going to cut it once and then just check that it's cut before removing it from the mat.
It's come back, so yeah.
That's probably a stop box of lifting it back off, look.
I thought I set it to online only anyway, but obviously it's...
Trouble is, when you open something, it pulls it down and then leaves it down. It doesn't pop it back up there, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to really carefully remove this from the mat, and it hasn't gone quite all the way through. So I'm just put my blade up a little bit more, I think. I'm going to go for an 8.
That's fair, it's gone back to the 2 screens, that's cool.
I'm just going to pop my pressure up a little because our pressure's still on -5, so I'm just go up to -3. Don't want to go up too far because we have still got a little bit of detail, so. Okay, cut. Promising? No, she says. Spoke too soon. Oh, it's near. I can cope with that. There we go.
Apparently I seem to be moving okay. It's not me creaking, honest, it's the chair.
No, it's me that creaks. Okay, so far so good. We have our card base and our acetate piece. Okay, so this is going to slot in behind here. And what I will do before I go too far is I will actually do all the score lines. Okay, and that's shifted. I might just cut another card base, you know.
It's shifted.
Exactly that, look. Score lines don't match up with the cut lines, so I'll do it again. It's okay, I can do it now. First thing to remember, put pressure back. Yeah, take my blade back down to 6, wasn't it, for that one?
You seem to be moving back at
Normal speed.
normal speed of 90 miles an hour.
Okay, that's good. Okay, there's a piece of card. Just because if I show you on here, the cut line and the score lines. Put me on. Come on, focus. There you go. Don't quite match up. So if I worked on that like that, it won't give you the best impression. Let's have a go.
Tracy says, can we do the score lines on the machine with a cut a dash line instead of draw, please, Natalie?
You can, but you tend to find that with this box in particular, you'll see the score line more, just because of the angles at play. So
Well, we can do, can't we? Just so they can see. Or do you want to? Which way do you want to do it?
I'll go on then. Cut them. So, just so I can show what I mean then.
Yes. So let's.
Can you make it the really fine dotty then, please?
Yeah.
So you don't need any of the acetate, so you can just hide the acetate one.
That one.
Yeah. Go into the score lines. Just
Cool those, isn't
click
it?
the group at the top, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So let's change those to cut and that one.
Can you just actually? I did notice something on the one, but I don't know if it's just because of the alignment.
Just moved a little bit on there rather than.
Just want to check these two to a polyline. That's it.
Okay.
It's only because I noticed on the pencil mark it wasn't quite right. There we go.
Yeah, okay, so happy with that to be sent?
Yep.
Okay. File. Transfer. Okay. Yay!
But oh, little car.
And that's back with your cameras too.
Okay. So I'm going to bring that back in. It's all still grouped, so I'm just going to pop this up to the top. And because now that we've set our score lines to cut, we can just go straight in with cut. Okay. And it was 6, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Make a big dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk. Trish just joined us.
Hi Trish. We've had fun time streaming today.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch that, aren't we? We're going to have to watch it with Dropbox.
But we're going to have to move the Dropbox holder to the max.
I can almost dance to this bit. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's times like this when you wish you had a DX.
Yeah, it's so much quieter.
Yeah.
That's bad, you can see me doing that in the background. Oh dear. Sit here and be quiet now.
I'm just going to polish up my acetate with a little alcohol because it's pulled a little bit of the sticky off the mat. So, while it's doing that, as you do,
Yes, the X's are a lot quieter.
log, but okay. So, just polish up the acetate, as you do.
You're wobbling me camera.
Sorry.
It's alright.
There we go. So, I'll still end up polishing it again because I'll have fingerprints on it by the time I've finished. Because I just always do, no matter how careful I go.
Put your glove back on.
And that still only solves the issue for 2 out of 4 fingers and a thumb. Okay.
There it works.
That's better. Okay, so hopefully you can just about see that. So we're back in sync where we should be.
Back in business.
Yeah. So I'm going to take these out. And if you wanted to, you could set them to one side for another box. But for now.
Right, ready for overhead? Are you finished with... Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet. He's clean. So I'm going to go for quite detailed paper. And please excuse my poor pad's falling apart, but this one's quite an old one and it's well loved. So it's got lots of individual sheets missing, so get it up the right way is important. And I'm just going to pop it onto my mat.
Yeah, it'll be able to cut as long as you make it the tiny dash line rather than the longer ones. If you're going to do a cut line.
Yeah, tiny. So it literally does like a little dot. It's not quite the paper pricking, you still get a bit of a dash, but let's see if I can. There you go. That's close.
Trisha's had fun as well trying to watch. So.
Yeah, I think it's just everybody's streaming and the internet's just going, no, it's too much. I know our computer's certainly going, no, it's too much. Okay.
Laptop's playing up.
Hmm?
Yeah, laptop's playing up.
Yeah.
So what do you want next?
Okay, so now I'm going to do the decorative panels, please.
So we can shrink that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that one. Turn that one on.
Okay. And send it to Tinternet.
Tile. Panther. Tokay. There. Nice back to you.
Okay. So, if you wanted to, the acetate piece you could cut out of the paper instead if you just wanted to put an insert in that way. But the acetate gives it quite a bit of rigidity. So I'm going to retrieve my 2 pattern panels. I'm going to do a background scan. What was that from Jason?
And that one up the top that had the solid lines on the end and the dash line in the middle, do we change that to full score line?
Okay, so with that one, you have, try and see if I can get close enough. So you've got 2 little cut lines, come on focus, focus. And then your score line going between the 2.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just about see it.
Yeah, it gets there eventually.
I had one piece of mastic for over a year and never used it though. Oh dear.
Okay, so paper.
It's quite thin, isn't it?
I don't know, it's a paper boutique one, so it's usually better.
5. 4.
Not 4. You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, ladies? Do you think 4's going to be a bit too low? 4. If it doesn't cut through. And I'm just going to pop my scan, because it's light coloured paper, up darker so I can see it better. Okay, so that's settings, background, and then the one with the black background and the white dots, and go okay. So then we can start to go, well, actually, I need 3 of each. So I can go into edit mode, resize, and then number, begin to increase to 3. Okay, and go okay. And we can pop those across here. Now if you definitely wanted every piece to match exactly with your pattern, you can select all. Okay, go into your 4 arrow button, line, and align it to the top edge so they're all level, because we know our pattern is more or less level. We should be okay to go. I think. So far I am, I think. Okay. And I'm going to cut. Huh?
3 square as well.
Yeah, I've got me 3 squares. So the 3 squares are one for the top of the lid, one for the bottom of the base, and one for inside as well, so we get a nice neat finish. And then you have 3 triangles, so one for each of these panels. Okay. Just going to go back and just double check that placement on that one, because they should be more or less equal. Maybe go up just a tad. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay, and cut. And go. Okay. Let's see whether 4 was enough, shall we? Oh, look at that, the jammy. Dodger. That's what I meant to say, Dodger. Okay. So I'm going to carefully remove these. This is one way you're definitely going to want to have a metal spatula to to remove your pieces from the mat. Because you want to go really careful that you don't catch the corners on these. So that is everything that we need cutting just at the moment. So we can go okay and move the mat, just so that we can have a little extra room to play with.
Back to overhead.
Yes, please. So just while I'm sorting myself out, I'm going to put my acetate and leave it kind of overlapping the two so I can see it, because otherwise I will lose it. So we have 3 squares, which are all more or less identical. More or less. Okay. So the only way it's going to be slightly off is if your paper's slightly off, which mine was. Okay. And next we want to carefully start to score these. Now I'm going to leave these until I've got the acetate in place, I think. Just because I'm looking at that and I'm thinking that's a little bit fragile, so I'm going to try and fold my acetate first. So this is why we do it with a solid cut line. So can you just flick over to the close-up for me? Just so I can show you. So because we've cut it with that 2 blade, it actually folds really, really nicely without cracking. Okay, so the piece should look something like that. Then we're going to grab our box and we're going to make sure that we stick it in the right way up. Right, kind of important that. Okay, can I have some thin red tape please here, no pair of scissors?
Pair of scissors just up there.
Okay.
Thin red tape.
So this is the fun bit. Let's go that way. Just because. So I'm going on to the back of my card with the tape. And everybody think that I panned it for that double-sided tape, because that is literally right on the...
Right on the money.
Okay. So we're back on overhead, yes Ian?
Yes, you're back on overhead, yes. But you still have the close-up one there. Can we swap to the close-up one?
Yeah, you'll have to angle it round a bit because at the moment it's up for the machine.
Give me a moment.
Okay, cameraman is working on it. So now I'm going to run right up to the aperture on the outside edge.
See what that does. Let's just swap the cameras over and see what that does for us. Oh, that's right, Tracy, don't worry. Okay, hang on a sec.
I need to slightly change where I'm going.
There you go.
You sorted?
Yeah, I've just moved you up.
Okay. So because I'm going in with acetate, I won't be doing my usual wet glue trick on this panel. But if you're doing it with pattern paper, I would definitely advise going in with just a few drops of wet glue across your double-sided. Make sure I get this the right way around. So I'm going to line up the acetate to my score lines on my card, so we know that that's scored in exactly the same place. Then we can reveal the next one, and so on and so forth.
Your phone folders up if you want it to press down with after.
Yeah, I've got to do in a minute. So, very slowly we're just going to follow it round. As we're coming along, we just want to kind of bed that acetate onto that tape. So in a minute we're going to be folding this, and we don't want it to come away from the tape. And it's going to go right along that fold. So even though we've got a glue tab that's, if I stick my nail in, just there, you want to make sure that you've really stuck that to the front panel. That's more important than anything else. Because basically we're using the acetate to give you the rigidity. Okay.
Isn't that a big complex word today?
Yeah. It's very hard to get out rigidity. Okay. So by the time you get to this end, you should have a little bit of a curve going on, because we did our acetate slightly smaller, and that's because in a minute we're going to go in here and do all these nice folds. But first of all, make sure that everything is well and truly bedded in, and you want to go careful that you don't scratch your centre panels as well when you're folding. And again, I'm just going to stick that little glue tab down. So now we should have our acetate in there.
Yeah, the close-ups there.
Okay. So next I want to very, 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 very carefully, I'm going to work my easiest folds first, because once it starts going, it's a lot easier to keep going. So I'm just going to fold our little glue tabs at the bottom. Going to fold these at the top. Then check that your cuts are actually cut through on this end and this end.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is where you want to use your bone folder. Actually, better still, get a ruler, and you're going to line it up to the edge of your acetate. Slide your bone folder underneath and take it over the top. Okay, so I'll do that again. She says, do it with this one, might be a bit easier for me left-handed. So, just so you can see what I'm doing, you're going to fold your tab over your ruler. Okay, then we're going to turn our roll around. This one's a bit easier for me this side. So we're going to line it up. So we're using our two tabs that we've already folded to help us out as well. And we're just going to pull it up and pull that one up. So far so good, I hope. Next, we're going to line up our ruler to our score line on our acetate. And this is where you're definitely going to want to get in there with something thin to start with. So all I've done so far is just literally tease up that side. Then you're going to come up with bone folder and you're going to give a really nice crisp fold, and use like a seesaw action, as if you're sawing a piece of wood, to just really crisp up that fold. So you want it to be like so. Okay. Then we're going to go to the next score line. Now this one, again, you're going to want to go really carefully. So bring in that metal spatula again and just tease it upwards. Then come in with your bone folder, and again you're just going to want to come in with the point of your bone folder to just really crisp up that fold. Okay. And then once we've done that, I'm just going to literally just take over just a tad, and I'm just going to fold it around my finger. Okay. Now your end fold is not going to be that sharp, so you're kind of taking it too far to bring it back, if you see what I mean. So you get a nice rounded corner. So again, we're going to tease it up. If you need to just hold that little side panel out of the way, you can do. Come here. There we go. Okay.
Hmm?
Is it okay? Because
Yeah.
it's sounding a bit...
That's right.
Okay. So we're going to go to the next one. And we're going to follow the same process. Just take your time, don't rush. There's no prizes for the fastest box maker. Okay, you want to make sure that you don't accidentally catch your other tabs as well. So I'm just going to very carefully encourage that just to go round that corner. Okay, next one. And again, just going to do the same. So by this point you should be starting to see your box slowly taking shape. One last one, and then we should be able to put our box together. So this is going to be the most awkward one because of this tab here. So just take your time, and then when you get down to this end, go really careful about the amount of pressure you're using on your ruler. Okay. So now we should have something that looks like so. And to make your life simpler at this point, we're just going to put some double-sided tape on it. Now don't force it down too hard when you put the tape on. You don't want to undo all that lovely folding you've just done. Okay. You also want to check that anything that might have shifted while you've been sticking is out of the way of the working parts of your design. So, like for instance, I've got a little bit of a overhang on my acetate, so I can just snip that off. This is when your detail tip on your glue would really come in handy, or you can use a detail glue applicator. Just going to go in. Come on, don't run out glue, you're not allowed. Go a little bit. And that's just there, just so that you can start to line this up carefully. Because we want to make sure that we get this in the right place, preferably without putting your finger straight in the glue. Yes, I did. Okay, so you want to make sure that your score lines at your top and your bottom edge are level and continuous. Okay, even if that means that your side score is slightly out. Okay. Because otherwise it won't quite work properly when we come to the next stage. Okay, so you should now have two squares that is kind of twisted and a funky shaped box in the middle.
Tracy's taking us to bed again.
So I'm going to next cut a few pieces of the double-sided for my glue tabs, and I'm going to pop these on the outside of the tabs rather than the inside. Okay. If they're a little bit long, don't worry, I'll trim them off in a minute. So I'm just going to go in with a pair of scissors. Just trim off the excess glue, well, tape. Okay. Then next we need to apply a piece of tape, and you can find the end, across this length of the box here. Okay. Can you see that okay?
I think so.
Okay, so just there. And we're going to peel off the backing for all the pieces. Okay. We're going to push these inwards, and we're going to carefully, but slowly, don't shake, honestly, just fix these into position. So I'm going to go with our piece with the tape first. Then, because we got this little bit just there, I'm just going to pop a little dot of wet glue on this very tip of this point. She says, come on, just a bit.
It's not empty, this quite in there, isn't it? Oh, no.
Okay, so we're just going to pop that on there. Then get your bone folder, and we're going to use the flat part of our bone folder to the inside of our box and press it all down nice and firmly, so we know that that tape is all sealed. Okay, so if I can kind of get a shot right in there. Try and get it. Hopefully you can see that. So have a nice neat box, and that's the outside.
No.
There we go. So next we're going to take our first square, and you're going to want to decide which way this is going to go. It's going to go inside our box, pattern side up obviously, and if you have a directional paper you may find that that's kind of dictated to you, but I'm just going to decide which way round I'm going to go, and I think I'm going to go that way. I'm just going to put a couple of drops of glue on the back, not much, just a couple, because this is going to be the fun bit. It's the trickiest bit that you'll do, And I'm just going to pop that in there like so. Then I'm going to get my bone folder, and hopefully you can see this. Just going to go and get that into place. I'm happy.
I shall have to try and find something, Tracy. Not quite sure what, but I'll try and find something for her.
What's that?
Tracy says, I hope we're going to put something nice in this box for you.
Yeah.
And you've had all your niceties now, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else coming now.
Oh.
Okay. So we have our first bit inside our box.
Don't go too close to that camera. You've got this in the way, so you can't. When you go.
Okay. If I hold that out of the way, there you go. Can you see that now, Ian? Okay. Then we're going to take another piece and we're going to go with another 4 dots. Well, 5, go for one in the middle too. Okay. And we're going to go. And you don't have to do this one if you don't want to. I'm just doing it just to finish it all off. And it's going to match the one on the inside then. Okay, very gently, and then we're going to press down from the inside. Yeah, leave it out for me.
Let's go put it in your box.
You're not putting 3D PVA in the box as a gift, honestly. So we now have our 2 flowers in the same position, more or less. We're going to tuck in our 2 side panels, going with our lid. And this is where it gets a bit fun, because go that way first, I think. Past the acetate and everything else. We're going to do a little just in there. And again, we can go with another 5 dots. And then just on this one, I'm just going to go into a little bit of glue just around the outside, just because I want to make sure it's got a good pour on that outside. And looking at that one, I'm going to go that way, I think. Wherever I am, I think. No, that way. Change of mind. One's prerogative. Okay. I'm just going to give that a little wiggle just to get it where I want it. And so far so good.
That's awesome.
So from here you have a couple of choices. You can do some direct cutting from your pattern paper so the colours coordinate, or we can do some stamping. So which would you like to do?
You can put your panels on.
Oh, good point. Thank you, Ian. But while I'm doing that, you can decide stamping or direct cutting.
Hi Carol, found us at last.
Okay, so this one's going to go that way. That's it. Okay, and
Tracy says some stamping.
some stamping. Okay.
Trish says it's brilliant.
You know what what we should do to go in this, don't you? Little 3D rose would be great.
Tea light, you think?
Well, yeah, a little tea light would be cool.
Because then it would light up. You could turn it on at night and it could light up.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some.
Yeah, because we haven't got any left, have we now?
Not that they're working, I don't think.
There we go. So, there's our box so far. Quite happy with that.
What?
Okay, so stamping, and let's go in with some coloured paper, just to do something a bit different to normal. And let's go for let's go for these ones. Okay, I'm going to need my stamping platform, which is behind me.
True panto fashion.
Yes, it's behind you. Cheers. Just put the lid back on my glue for a second. That's cool. Bit nice. Considering how much it gets used, I don't think that's bad going.
No.
For what?
I'm intrigued.
And okay, I'm going to pop in a couple of leaf shapes as well. So I'm going to stamp these with some Versifine, just because I want it to dry nice and quickly.
About 20 minutes for the beach job.
Okay. We were late starting though, weren't we?
Probably.
Yeah.
I know we were late starting, but I was just saying.
So I'm just going to. And if it takes a couple of impressions, that's why we use a stamping platform. There's a little bit just missing down that spot. And you want to try and make sure that you do get a solid black line, else your direct cutting won't work.
Can't move that camera.
Huh? So, what I'll do is, rather than move my stamps, because I'm lucky, I'm going to rotate my paper around. And just because I want a couple of leaves, and I'm going to layer up my flower a bit. Bit more. take this out of here now. And I'll clean those off later. Okay. So I'm going to go in with a few different colours of colour pencil. Just happen to have these sitting on my desk, so but that'll do. I'm going to go straight in with the slate grey. And working with a coloured paper is great for colour pencils. Makes life a lot easier in terms of shading. So you don't have to work as hard, you make the paper work for you. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on the leaf over here as well. And just blend it out so it's nice and neat up the edges. Then I'm going to go to spring green. And I'm going quite light-handed with this one. I only want to give the suggestion of green because our paper is quite sagey. I know what I was going to say earlier. Design team. We haven't had applications in yet, have we? Apart from one. Two now. Cool. So if you are interested in applying for our design team, we'd love to hear from you. Especially if you're going back to work. So. We'll be looking for a bit of help. There we go. Next, I'm going to let's go try that one. See. So this is yellow chartreuse, which is a real light green. Okay, and I'm just going to put in a suggestion of this right towards the centre of our flower. Then we're going to go round the actual centre of our flower with it, and we can be a bit more heavy-handed just around this section, so we're just going to move around in circles. Then we're going to go up to our spring green, and I'm just going to shade it in around that centre circle, so you get more of a feel that that shape is rolling round.
Tracy's asked, what does the design team do? Okay,
design team works with samples that we put together in terms of files, projects. So let's say I do I did a lovely folding diamond box, didn't I? So that file then went out to the design team, and Leslie did some Halloween ones, and they were really funky. I'm trying to think what the others looked like. That's really bad. Because we had Kaylee did something else with it. I can't think what Kaylee did. That's really awful.
I can't remember.
Brain gone blank. But basically, you get all the files and things to work with that may not necessarily go out to everybody in terms of sale or uploading. So it's quite a good way of getting some sneaky peeks.
And then you may end up in the magazine.
Yeah.
Or it may go up on the website or the book. Yeah.
Can't get used to saying the book now.
And then go to saying the book. It's not a magazine anymore. It's a book.
Okay, so I'm just going in with slate grey, and the goal here is to just make these centre bits pop out.
And we might set you a challenge every now and then and ask you to do some design or create something for us.
They've done shadow boxes. Donna got to write an entire article for the magazine. So she did a piece on Christmas on a budget, which was really good. So with this one, I'm just going and doing like the centre petals. And then on this one, I'll go around and do the outside petals because we're going to layer the two up. So I think I'm going to cut. This way you want to start kind of planning how you're going to cut it out.
That's a loaded question, isn't it?
Well,
Do you think I would be or any help for that?
so I'm going to cut round here. And I'm just literally just going to draw a pencil line round just so I know where I'm going. Around here and around this one. Okay, so we have a pencil line round there.
You're just going to do one for me.
And I'm just going to do 2 layers.
So I'm just thinking because of time.
That's okay. Like I said, we're late starting though, so...
Yeah, I know, but you don't want to overlap my feet, do you?
I don't know if I can help it, but I'm trying my best. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. Down here.
Do you want to answer Tracy's question?
What, whether Tracy would be any good?
Yeah.
I think Tracy would be fun. You know, we've never had a design team rule that you have to be spectacular with the machine, or
No.
that you know have to know everything that there is to know. If people want to come on the design team and needs help, you know, we've always been there to support. And
Yes.
like when we had Leslie on the design team, she didn't even have a scan and cut, and she had a Cricut, so we even enabled her to be able to do it on her Cricut rather than having to.
Yes.
So that's going round.
That was fun, wasn't it? We had to supply in a different format, didn't we, for Leslie?
Yeah. Be even easier to do that now, but. Okay, and a little bit just in here. So I'm literally just going in with the slate grey for this outside petal because you won't see the bit where it's green. And then if you have one to hand, you can use either white or pale blue. I'm just going to do, might be not quite pale enough on here. Very quickly. So if you have a white, you can actually do highlights, whereas this is more blending it in. So.
Is it an email to orders?
Yes, it's an email to orders@plannercraft.uk. So there's no .co in it. It's just
.uk.
Praise everybody. And all we want to see is just a couple of projects that you've done and the kind of style that you have, basically. What kind of style can we expect you? Yeah. I'll do it with those. I was just going to say, can I have any details? It's a bit fine just for now. Rather than try and get the scan and cut to cut it out quickly. go around here. It won't be fantastic, but it'll do. Now, this there, if you've got the matching dies, I have, but I haven't got them over here. You can just do with your normal die. The next layer we'll have to.
I put the email address up in the chat if anybody does want to apply. It is open to anybody.
Yep.
We consider everybody.
Yeah, the only people that we wouldn't really consider is anybody who's kind of a direct competitor to us, isn't it? Even then.
Yeah. Depends how good they are.
Yeah.
But we are quite mutual with the projects you can use as well, aren't we? With the projects, sorry, because we try and be mutual in our reviews and stuff, so we try not to be biased in anything. So.
Yeah, we don't tend to show too much favouritism to like particular brands if we can help it. So, because at the end of the day, I think people that are learning the machine want to have that kind of truthful, honest approach. You know, should they be buying something or not?
But yes, it can be anything. So yeah, shirt design, sublimination, anything like that. Yeah, anything as long as it's your design. No, it's not paper craft only. Though if you have some paper craft too, we could.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, sort of coming up later this year, if it's fabric, I would be extraordinarily grateful actually. Because me and fabric, although I actually started out as a fashion student, me and fabric and the scan cut don't get on. As a threesome. We just, yeah. We are so much better apart. Which is really daft considering, you know, I've made some spectacular costumes over the time. There's my big ball tool over there.
Every time.
There at the back, I can see it from here. There we go. And cool. So I'm just going to go round with the little of the two ball tools. Right round the edges.
Apologies for the noise.
Just because I want to get that little bit shaping. Okay. And I'm going to go in with my big ball tool and going to give it a lovely press right in the centre. So think of that as your X marks the spot. Okay. So that's the little one. I'm just going to press very carefully around this one. You can't really put it too much on this little piece. So I'm just going to press it into the flame.
Tracy loves fabric when I use heat and bond with it.
I see, there you are, you got a good head start there. So again, I'm just going to press in the middle. I'm just going to swap to the little end as well, just to go right in there. Put a little dot in the middle. And line these up so they're more or less in the same place. And it's going to encourage it, shall I say, to line up. So kind of fluff these up around it, and if you need to snip them to make them look more realistic, you can do. So I'm giving this a really firm press now to just get it to all seal together. There we go. So we now have a little 3D flower. Now, I think, because I don't want to go the front of my box necessarily, I'm going to take it over to one side, I think. And before I do that, let's just cut these ones out quickly.
Don't have to be on video though, do I?
No. The video thing is actually kind of a new old thing for us, isn't it? We used to do lots of videos, didn't we?
We did.
But then when we started doing the magazine, we actually stopped doing them for a bit. So don't think that you have to be on screen. Okay, so I'm just going to go. Oh, what's that?
Thank God it was lol after it.
We like doing never in this kind of cut though.
I think more to being on screen than
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
yes, we do like our leather with the scan and cut, yeah.
Yeah.
Or faux leather more, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's faux leather, yeah. And I liked being able to foil it and things, that's fun. We haven't got any here though that we could do a video on, sadly. Have we? It works great with the foil quilt.
Yeah.
So.
Can be upsetting feet.
Okay, I'm trying my best. I'll be getting there. Sorry, Pete. Okay.
Something's having a bit of a freeze on us then. You'll have to excuse the 2 yellow squares, that's just my phone trying to focus on Natalie cutting out things.
Sorry. Okay. So what I'll do is I can stick this and always put another leaf over. So I'm going to one side, I think. Needs a little bit more yellowy orange in that. Just before I stick it. Just to kind of warm it up a little.
Tracy's never used faux leather.
Oh. It's cool. I made myself a little handbag. Didn't I?
We did.
So I'm just going straight in with some orange just to mimic the yellowy orange and our flower bit, just so it looks a bit more like it belongs there. So, okay. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Almost. Going to go back in with the ball tool just to shape it back up again, just because I've done a little bit more. Don't flick it on the floor. You alright? So you've got two options here. You can either go to the side or go on top. And it looked quite cool on top actually.
Go on top.
Go on top. Come on, glue. Don't know whether it's just I haven't got enough strength in my hand, you know. So I'm going to go straight on top, like so. Move that round to the front, and just going to press it and hold it a little with a pencil eraser, just so it sets a little. Okay. Come on. It's taking a little bit longer to dry today. It's not quite so warm in here.
Yeah, Tracy's at top as well.
Okay. While that's setting, just going to quickly shape these leaves. So, I'll move the bits out of the way. Just going to come in and go from the tip of the leaf down to the stem. And this is going to give us a nice shape. And we're just going to press a little bit at the base of each leaf. Okay. Then I can put in a little bit of glue, if I'm lucky. She ran me Weetabix this morning. And I'm going to work from the front just to kind of try and make sure that it's nice and balanced. There. Okay, last one, and I'll be done. You can all tell Pete I've been naughty and I overran.
He hasn't got mine yet. I haven't seen it yet. Hopefully he's not having as many problems as we are.
No, you've been calling already.
He can't, can he? Because my phone's on Do Not Disturb.
Ah, good point.
Just gone live now. Pete's just gone on.
Okay.
And Tracy says it's beautiful.
Thank you. Now, what I would say to do, that I didn't do because of the rush, is I would use a softer ink pad for this, just because of the type of pattern that I've got. So I'm just gonna, just for speed, trim off the stem. Okay. Nearly there. Okay, just do a quick done there. Just like that. A little press and a little press just there. Okay, so little line of glue, and I'm just going to pop under here, and there we go. Ta-da! So once that's dry, you can shape it a bit more, but just for now I just want to let those kind of settle in a bit. You can fluff it all up when it's all dry. Okay? So there we go. We got there eventually.
Took us long.
Okay. So tomorrow I will do the box that I didn't get a chance to do today, which is a bit more fun. A bit more fun. And we won't be doing it with the scan and cut, just so that we can do one for those that don't have a scan and cut.
You're going to do it by hand?
Gonna do it by hand.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be a bit scary.
Okay, and we'll try and sort this out as well, because it's something still happening with it. So.
Yeah. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. don't forget to pop over and watch Pete now, 'cause he's just started his stream.
Yeah, I will try and share it on the group quick.
And we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
Bye.